Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, the MOCO Collective, and the MOCO Home Edit series, where we are telling you about how we are building our first home and everything that we are doing to do that. From the start all the way to, hopefully, once we've got our house, and maybe even further than that, when we actually start doing all of our own extra touches to the house. Today we are talking to you about the grants and schemes that may be available to you depending on your different circumstances, and hopefully might be able to get you into your house sooner and might be able to save you a ton of money like it did for us.
We just want to start with a quick disclaimer. So I'm going to read a little bit off the iPad here. The grants or the schemes that we're going to run through are, they're government schemes, so they are always subject to change based on government policy and any decisions they decide to make. They may go up, they may go down, they may change the eligibility criteria, or they may just remove them entirely.
So if you're going to start looking into using any of these grants or schemes, have a look now, because we don't know when things are going to change or when they're going to go away. So the 5 that we're going to be talking about today are the Homebuilder grant, the First Home Owner grant, First Home Super Saver scheme, the First Home Loan Deposit scheme, and the Regional Home Building Boost. Now, just so you know, we're going to be reading these off the iPad because we want to give you the most effective information. So if we're reading, please excuse us.
The first one is Homebuilder. It is currently $15,000,
Yes.
but it was $25,000 up until the 31st of December.
Yeah.
It has a new cutoff date of the 31st of March, 2021.
So get in quick. Like we did.
Yeah.
We made it just before the cutoff, so make sure that you try and get in if you're going to do it.
So eligibility. Now, it is available to Australian citizens and permanent residents who are building a new home or conducting significant renovation. Homebuilder provides eligible owner-occupiers, including first home buyers like us and possibly you, with a grant to build a new home or substantially renovate an existing home. So the point of it is to assist the residential construction sector by encouraging people to build or renovate.
And this is working really well for the builders. I think that we were talking to our builder, and the ridiculous amount of blocks in our land sales area that have been now sold and ready to be developed by builders. The kitchen cabinet maker that we were talking to has about 200 orders on the go right now. Like, it is such a huge boost to our economy, and it's great to be able to support that sort of thing.
The next one is the First Home Owner Grant. Now, it is
That's us.
Yes, so that's first homeowners. It is $15,000, and it doesn't have a cutoff date at the moment, so it's ongoing, though its value may change.
Yes.
Now, it is available to any Australian citizen or permanent resident over 18 who has never owned a property. It can only be used once, and the home and land must be below $750,000.
And I just want to point out as well, if you are going halves with your partner or something like that, if one of you have already used it or has already owned a home, then you're not actually eligible. So even though you haven't technically, if you're going in with somebody, it doesn't work for you.
Yeah. And there are many other eligibility requirements listed on their website, so we will put the website links to all of these in the description below, so you can go and have a look. Now, the First Home Owner Grant was introduced back in, I think it was the 1st of July 2000, and it was, it was to offset the effect of GST on home ownership, and it's just been ongoing since then.
So it doesn't look like it's going away, but over the last couple of years, I know it went up to like 25,000 one year, and then it's back down to 15.
Yeah.
So yeah, it definitely changes.
Yeah, that's right. And this one is a national scheme, and it's funded by the states and territories and administered under their own legislation. So basically, first home buyers get a one-off grant.
So the First Home Owner Grant is an awesome one if you're eligible. And for me personally, it was kind of a big decision in wanting to build, because I kind of was like, why would I not want $15,000 off of my loan?
The next one is the First Home Super Saver scheme. So,
that is a mouthful.
I know. So it's not really a set value, because it is where you put more money into your super, so you make additional contributions up to a set amount per year that you can then withdraw and use to assist with your deposit. Any Australian citizen or permanent resident over 18 who is a first home buyer is eligible. The first Home Super Saver scheme was introduced by the Australian government in the federal budget in 2017-2018 to reduce the pressure of housing affordability on first home buyers. Basically, it allows you to save money for your first home inside your super fund, which basically helps you save faster with different tax treatments on superannuation. It's taxed less than if you were to just pay your normal income tax and then put it in the bank.
Yeah. And I just wanted to point it out there that you may not know that you have money saved if you have a government job. So as a teacher, we're actually paid extra into our super than the average, which is 9.5%.
Yeah, so the standard is 9.5%.
Yep.
So government employees normally get 12.5 up to, I think, 17.5 in some places.
In my super, I had the option to be able to withdraw some of my super as part of our deposit, which may be the make or break or whether or not you can actually afford your deposit.
Well,
so
it may help you get it quicker.
yeah, so I think that in the couple of years that I was teaching, I had about $5,000 extra that was an option for me to withdraw. So, I mean, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm. So with this scheme, you can contribute an additional $15,000 per year, up to a total of $30,000 that you can use for your home deposit. So it's not sort of an unlimited amount of money.
Yeah.
You can put in extra contributions up to $30,000 total, broken down to maximum $15,000 per year. The next one on the list is the First Home Loan Deposit Scheme. So it's another scheme, it's not a grant. It is an ongoing scheme at the moment. However, there is a limited number of places each financial year.
Basically, because of the Homebuilder in 2020, all of those places were used up very quickly. And so the government actually opened up more places towards the end of 2020 to allow for more people to have this grant.
The First Home Loan Deposit Scheme is available to any Australian citizen or permanent resident over 18 who is a first home buyer. But do note that you may not be able to use it with the Homebuilder grant as part of your deposit. So if you're using the Homebuilder grant as part of your deposit through the bank or a mortgage broker or something like that, you may not be able to use this scheme. The First Home Loan Deposit Scheme is an Australian government initiative to support eligible first home buyers to build or purchase a new home sooner. So usually first home buyers with less than 20% deposit need to pay lender's mortgage insurance. Under the scheme, eligible first home buyers can purchase or build a new home with a deposit of as little as 5%. So this scheme is where the government guarantees the loan for lenders who are participating. So it might be a big bank like CommBank. The reason it allows people to get a home loan with 5% and no lender's mortgage insurance is simply because the government is guaranteeing these home loans to the people who are lending the money.
So we actually weren't eligible for this one because we were getting the Homebuilder grant. But we talked in a video last week about why lender's mortgage insurance isn't so bad and why it might be worth you actually doing that. So check out the video that we posted last week about that.
The last one we're going to cover today is the Regional Home Building Boost Grant. Now we're going to cover the Queensland grant because we are in Queensland, but if you jump on the website, there's a link there that you can go and have a look and see what other states and territories have going, because there's a lot of others that you can actually have a look at as well.
And make sure that you do check your own state, because nothing is worse than being like, wow, Queensland is really great, and then realizing that you're actually in somewhere else. I don't want to say a different state and then them be angry at us. We love all states. We do. Stop.
Alrighty. The Regional Home Building Boost Grant in Queensland is $5,000. And it has a cut-off date of the 31st of March 2021 unless it is extended by the government. It is available to any Australian citizen or permanent resident, which is a common theme among these,
Yeah.
over 18 who is a first home builder. It can only be used once. Home and land must be below $750,000, and there are a few other requirements listed on the website, so jump on the website and have a look at what is applicable for your state. The Regional Home Building Boost Grant is a state government initiative to help homeowners in regional Queensland into their new home sooner. It will give you $5,000 after the purchase or construction of your first home. As this is the Regional Home Building Boost, it is for regional places, so it's not going to work for you if you're in a city or somewhere
The metro areas.
Yes, the metro areas. So if you're in a regional area, this grant may apply to you, so you check the criteria on the website. and then you will receive the $5,000 if you're eligible after the construction or purchase of your first home or unit or townhouse, whatever it happens to be, as long as the value is under $750,000.
So a quick roundup of those ones, just so that you know when to apply for them or how to apply for them. So the Homebuilder grant is you apply for it once you've got your building contract, and it will go directly to your lender or to the bank.
The next one is the First Home Owner Grant. So this one the bank will assist you with, and the money will go directly to the lender or the bank.
So the First Home Super Saver Scheme is the next one. I got it. I said it.
Well done.
Thank you. And that one you actually apply for yourself. So you go through the ATO website, go to your super and have a look at whether you have any available to you. And then you can apply to actually withdraw that, and that will actually get sent to you. And you need to use that within the first year of withdrawing it. Otherwise you get taxed heavily on it.
You got to give it back.
Pretty much.
If you're not up to actually withdrawing it and you want to set it up to actually contribute more to your super, have a chat to your super fund, and they've probably got a form that allows you to fill out, give it to your employer so that you can make additional contributions.
Just make sure that you can actually then withdraw them and you're eligible to then withdraw them, because nothing is worse than finding out that you contributed all this money thinking it's going to your deposit, and then you
can't get it.
And then you can't actually get it.
That's right. The next is the First Home Loan Deposit Scheme. Now this is another one you will apply through your lender or the bank, because the big banks will have a set number of, positions or spots available, so you apply for that through them.
Yeah. And our last one is a regional home building boost. So as we said, you can't actually apply for this until after your completion of your build or you've actually bought your property. And that's a nice little boost for the end of your build.
Yep. You buy some furniture or a fridge.
Buy a
or
fridge.
something.
I'm like, guys,
You're buying a fridge.
So that's pretty much everything we have for you about the government's grants and schemes that may be available to you. Make sure that if you want to use them, that you go and check all of the links below in the description so that you can see what's available for you, and make sure that you get some professional advice from a loan mortgage broker.
Yeah, talk to your bank, talk to the mortgage broker, talk to whoever's assisting you with lending to get the most up-to-date advice so your applications go through and you actually get everything you are eligible for.
Yes. We've been really lucky to have a lot of these grants and schemes available to us, and we've been able to use them. So we're really grateful for that. And we would love to hear about your experiences with these grants if you've been able to use them in the comments below. We're making sure to post lots of content about our house build on our Instagram. So if you're interested, we would love for you to come over and have a look. We've got inspo, all of the things that we're doing. So make sure to go and check us out over at the MOCO Collective.
Next week's video is going to be all about land, selecting it, what to look for. So make sure you come and have a look at that. Until then, bye.
Bye.